was gonna wear my black hat. That's too much black, so I got my blue. Pretty pink, baby blue. Why don't you teach me something new? We're all just babies in my view. So crawl, baby. Crawl, baby. I think this is periwinkle blue. Family, how y'all doing, fam? So, fam, today I wanted to make a video about soulmates. 3 signs that you're connected with a soulmate. 3 signs of a soulmate connection. 3 signs, I don't know how to say it, but just 3 signs. So, the last video I made similar to this was the twin flame video, which I was like hesitant about even posting it because of how aggravated I was. It was like it was a difficult day of recording. I started that video at 9, didn't finish it till 4. It was so many distractions. The birds, people doing all kind of work. They needed to cut the grass. It was just like, oh, I had to leave, and the girls had early release, and it was just, but I posted it because I just felt like maybe there was some sort of symbolic reason why it was so aggravating making that video. And today has been a little bit aggravating too. You know, there's people keep pulling up and parking here, talking really loud, and let's get through it. Now, the twin flame video. Well, as far as twin flames go, let me just say, I feel like these are labels that we just give for very intense or significant connections that have come into our life. To me, one of the biggest things that separates the twin flame connection from the soulmate connection, which, like I said, to me, the twin flame connection is just a very intense soulmate connection, or a soulmate that you have repeatedly connected with in different lives. Okay, that's what I believe. I believe it's possible that we do reconnect with people in different lives to do different things. Yes, I do. I do believe that. But the soul is split in two and all this stuff they say about twin flames, you got to take, what makes sense out of these things that you learn. But the biggest thing that's separated, which makes me feel like I haven't connected with a twin flame, is that you're both supposed to be on similar paths, on a similar journey, and you're supposed to come together to raise the vibration together, help people together. That is what the twin flame connection is supposed to be about. And in my soulmate connections, I'll call them, we were going kind of like in different directions. So I guess it would be safe to say that I haven't connected with my twin flame, even if that is something that's even supposed to happen. Now, soulmates. Soulmates can be our family, our friends, our teacher, our just people that were important, that played a significant role in our lives. And I believe that we have many soulmates, people that we've been in relationships with, that we've learned certain things about ourselves from these relationships, family members, friends, that we've had significant things happen, and things that we've learned, or just in ways that we've helped each other. So, the number one sign of a soulmate connection would be the signs and synchronicities. I feel like something crawling on me, y'all. Signs and synchronicities. Whether you keep seeing their birthday all the time, or certain numbers that you constantly show up when you're around this person, or, different things that is showing you a significance in this connection. Now, I think sometimes we get that mixed up and say, oh, if we're seeing this all the time, then this means that this is the person that we're supposed to spend the rest of our life with. No, sometimes it's just to point out to you that the connection is significant. There's something important about it, something that you're meant to learn from it. And that would be one of the reasons you always see their birthday, or you have these numbers show up all the time and all this, because it may be a soulmate connection and something for you to learn, not necessarily that you have to be with them. So that's one thing that I think we need to understand when we see these synchronicities, that there is something significant, but it's just for you to pay attention. There's no telling what exactly it is that you're supposed to learn, but pay attention. So that's the number one sign. Uh, a really interesting one I have is my big brother, who, like I said, my mom passed when I was 2. And when I think about the amount of times I've gone to my brother and how, like, what would have happened if I didn't have him at these times, it's just like, wow, that's a soulmate. There's a lot of synchronicities with us. We are 10 years apart. We look a lot alike. Um, his birthday is like a month before mine. He's September 21st. I'm October 22nd. So he's like a Virgo Libra cusper, and I'm a Libra Scorpio cusper. We just have like a lot of synchronicities and things that are very similar about us, as well as him playing an important role in my life and helping in a lot of ways. I remember a couple of years back, he came to visit, and I went to pick him up from the airport, and he was at number 22 at the airport. Then we're driving home, and the overkill with the amount of 22s on cars and stuff that I kept seeing everywhere. Then we pull up to the gas station, and the last person who got gas at the pump I pulled up to, they got $22. Like who gets $22 in gas? It was just so random, like, and it was just like that amount of synchronicities. And I even had like an astral projection experience when he was at my house. It was just a lot of like, something was pointing that connection out to me. And maybe because I was on this journey, it was really popping out, basically just letting me know this is a significant connection that I have here. So that, for me, that, like I said, signs and synchronicities, that is the number one sign of a soulmate connection. Number 2 is that you learn to love yourself in the connection. Now, whether you learn the hard way, or whether it's easy, whether you learn to love yourself because of the fact that you realize you didn't love yourself in the connection, or whether you learn to love yourself because you connected with a soulmate that loves you, so you're able to see the difference. Like, there's different ways that soulmate connection helps you. So learning to love yourself because of the connection, I believe, is the number 2 sign of a soulmate connection. We also have free will. So we can decide whether we want to learn. We make the choice and the decision to, something is ew. Oh. It's just an ant. Oh. Now, with the free will, we have it's our decision, it's our choice to learn from these situations, or just keep repeating them, like whatever. I failed to learn a few times. I did. And I think one of the most damaging things that we can do, and that I know I did in connections, is overgiving. Overgiving. When you don't give or require someone to do their part. And there's lots of ways you can overgive. Lots of ways you can overgive, like even emotionally, energetically. Like, here's an example of overgiving, something I used to do. Apologize when you didn't do nothing wrong, just because you want to keep the peace. So you apologize when you didn't do nothing. Stop it, because some of y'all probably be doing that too. You're not allowing the other person to do their part. So it's almost like you are even sabotaging the connection yourself. So that overgiving is like a sure way to kind of like mess up a connection, right? So yes, that would be number 2, learning to love yourself through the connection. And number 3, the third sign of a soulmate connection, is that you keep on reconnecting until the mission is complete. You keep on coming back around to them until the mission is complete. Sometimes the mission is to help and support each other in a time of need. Sometimes the mission is for you to learn something that you haven't learned. If you allow somebody in your life and create chaos in your life, then maybe you didn't learn a lesson, right? Sometimes it's to face a cycle and close it. Sometimes the mission is to stand up for yourself. Sometimes that's why you reconnect. Sometimes that's why it keeps coming back around. So you may have a soulmate that there's a repetitive cycle because there's something that you need to learn from it that you're still not learning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What I will say is do not make any connection your life. The connection is not your life. The connection is a part of your life. Don't make it your life like, if you don't fill your own cup, then what are you bringing to the connection anyway? Codependency? Get it together, fam. You don't move into connections like this is how you move into a connection. You connect with someone, things look like it's going good. Okay, you say, you know what? This looks like it. I mean, you have to trust your intuition and your common sense. You got that first. But then you look and you say, you know what? This looks like it can go somewhere. Let me go ahead and water this connection and see how it grows. That's how you go into a connection. You don't go in like, you know what? This looks great, but it might be too good to be true. And, you know, um, you know, if it doesn't work out, it'll break my heart and ruin my life. So I'm just going to hold back and play a mind game or two, see if I can get him to stop it. Okay? No connection can ruin your life. You're only telling yourself that a connection can ruin your life if it doesn't work. Okay? You water the connection. That ain't watering the connection if you're doing that kind of little sneaky manipulative stuff. You watering it with soda. How it's supposed to grow? Look at me trying to get deep. And I'm not saying that you need to be out here watering something that don't even need to be watered. It's already dead and dry. It's kind of harsh to be referring to people as dead and dry. But you get my point. You get what I'm saying. So fam, that's it. That's really all I wanted to say. A few little signs of a soulmate connection, at least what I have experienced. Before I end the video, the Moldavite. Let me tell you what the Moldavite and the rose quartz has been doing. Now, physically, something strange has been happening. My temples have been twitching. Like the third eye tingling and buzzing, that's been happening for years, even without the Moldavite. But I've been having, my temples are just jumping. And so here's how I've been feeling. Very childlike. And maybe it's, okay, so the Moldavite is good for the heart chakra, right? Opens the heart chakra. And I have it with rose quartz, which rose quartz is also for the heart chakra. So what I'm thinking is maybe it's a healer in the heart, and it's that's a part of healing, that childlike, just wanting to be silly and have fun, like that's what I feel like it's doing with the rose quartz. So I kind of like this blend. I've been wearing it for about a week now. Usually in a few days it hits me in a certain way and I feel it. This time, and I did clear the energy. I think it's important to clear the energy of these crystals before you use them. I have these little tincture bells, kind of like the singing bowls, where you ring that a few times and the sound clears the energy of the crystal. So I did that before wearing it, and it's just been really nice. Really, like, I've been feeling nicer. I don't cuss people out in my head as much as I do. Listen, I don't curse people out. I'm a very, how the Libra gang is. We be people pleasers. We like everybody to be happy and smile or whatever, but we'll cuss you out in our head. We will. And that's not good either for us to be doing that. But I haven't been doing that. I've just been feeling a lot calmer and a lot just in a loving energy, I guess. So that's what I feel like this mix have been doing. First, the fluorite and moldavite was the one that slapped the shit out of me and woke me up and turned my life upside down for the better. And then that last, what I was wearing was moldavite, Herkimer quartz, and tanzanite. I had those three together. And I just feel like it was like, I don't know if it was just killing my ego or what. I just was not feeling good about anything. Didn't like my videos, didn't like a picture, just didn't, I just, it was, that's how it had me feeling. Like, was it like just ego, like, ugh, you know? And so this is just nice and soft. I'm going to start every once in a while, I'm going to clear it and put a different crystal with it, because what Moldavite does is it enhances all the other crystals. You know what? This is not about crystals, but I don't know why I'm led to, somebody needs it, okay? Somebody is into crystals and they've been thinking about what to wear. And so since I've been wearing this and feeling all these different, it's for me to share with somebody. So fam, that's it for this video, fam. I'll see y'all next time. Peace and blessings.